Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Oakland Transportation presentation. Today, you are going to hear from the City of Oakland, Oakland Paratransit for the Elderly and Disabled, Easy Does It Emergency Services, and Center for Independent Living. All right, I'm going to pass it over to CIL. If you'd like to introduce yourselves and then start with your presentation.
Hi everyone, my name is Lucky. I work at the Center for Independent Living in Berkeley, and we do have services in Oakland. I'm just going to share my screen here, and I will continue to do an intro as I start my presentation. Let's see. Okay, and can everyone see my screen there?
Yes, I can.
Great. I'm sorry you can see all my open tabs at the top, but as long as you can see the presentation, that is great. Let me see here. Okay. Whoops. All right. So as Jesse mentioned, I am lucky. I'll go into more details about me in a moment, but I work at the Center for Independent Living, and I'm here to present about the Transportation and Mobility Program. Again, my name is Lucky. My pronouns are they and them. I am the Transportation Program Coordinator here at the Center for Independent Living, and I grew up on Ohlone land, also known as the Bay Area, and I have invisible disabilities that affect my energy levels, my ability to walk, and have a couple other things that impact my life. But yeah, so I am a disabled person. Sierra, one of our travel training independent living counselors, or excuse me, independent living counselor with a focus on transportation, is also in this meeting. Um, Sierra, you can turn on your video if you feel comfortable. If not, this is what Sierra looks like. And let's see, next page. Julia is also in this meeting. She is also one of our independent living counselors with a focus on transportation. And collectively, we are the transportation team. We have many CIL programs. We have information referral program. If you're looking to find, a program based on a specific topic, you can always call us and we can help you, for example, figure out how to, like, maybe you're looking for tech help. We have a tech help program as well. So we have a residential access program, an independent living counseling program. So I'll say more about all these, but I'll just go through the list here. An assistive technology program, an emergency preparedness program, transportation, of course, and youth programs as well. And there are even more. So our website is where you can find those all listed. Who do we serve? So we serve people who self-identify as disabled. We also serve seniors with no age restriction. If you identify as a senior, that's great. That's what we need. And then we also serve family members of seniors and disabled people. So we make sure to work with people's families if they rely more on caregivers to communicate and manage their services. We are happy to do that. And we are in northern Alameda County. So about Hayward and above, there's another independent living center in Hayward. So it's kind of our boundary down there. And we go as far as El Cerrito in the East Bay area. And also, I just want to clarify that our services are at no cost. So we do not charge for our services, they're completely free. And we call our transportation program. Oh, sorry, Jesse, I just saw you raised your hand.
Oh, that's okay. We have a question in the chat. Will this presentation be available? Would you be willing to share the slides with me and I can email it out to folks?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. All right. So our transportation program is also called Community Connection. So that's the kind of umbrella term for our program. So that's what COCO means. And our program's purpose is to assist people in achieving their independent living and travel goals. And this photo here, I like to talk about it because this is from a trip we took with young adults, disabled young adults, and we traveled to the beach in Alameda, and we were able to use one of East Bay Regional Park's beach wheelchairs, which was a really fun and special day. All right, so our program specifically within the transportation program, or our three areas of service, I should say, are information and referral services, one-on-one and group trainings, and group workshops as well. So I'll get into what that looks like for each of these services. So one-on-one training is pretty straightforward. We meet with consumers either virtually or in person. Our top modules or trainings include travel safety, trip planning, and pedestrian safety. And we support with customized trips as well. So maybe you move to a new area and you need to learn about the transit in your local area, or you want to travel to a new grocery store or a new doctor's appointment. We're happy to customize trainings and trips, trip planning to your specific needs. So, why travel training? Of course, there are many reasons. Maybe you have a new mobility aid that you want to get more comfortable with on public transportation. Again, maybe you're learning transit in a new area. Maybe you're feeling some fear around travel. I certainly have in the past, and so we can work through that fear with you through travel training. Maybe you have a newly acquired disability. We're happy to be here to support you in becoming more comfortable traveling. Of course, you want to access community resources by transit and connecting with others in your community. Maybe you want to go to a senior center. We're happy to help you travel train to learn those routes, and we've certainly done it before. I've taken a couple different seniors to learn how to get to the Oakland senior centers. So group trainings we offer. So we have many modules or trainings we provide for individuals and groups, like I mentioned. Most popular is trip planning and travel safety in a two-part series. So we've offered these to senior centers, we've offered these to young adult classrooms. We want to offer them to community groups as well. So maybe you have a community group that you're a part of that you'd like for us to come and present on a topic we offer, or maybe a new topic related to travel that we can research and provide resource information about. We would love to do that. So one of our free workshop offerings is called the Wheelchair Marking, Strapping, and Tethering Workshop. It's a little bit of a mouthful, but it's a very cool service. We partner with AC Transit. Again, this is a free service, and what this service does is strap and tether or strap the back of your wheelchairs or wheeled mobility aids for free. And someone from AC Transit comes and does this for you. And then once you utilize public transportation, sorry, there's a siren going by. I'll pause. Okay. Maybe when you're riding paratransit or AC Transit, whatever service you utilize, on those services, there is a tether. And maybe some of you are familiar, maybe not, but there's a tether so that you can safely secure your wheeled mobility aid on a bus or a paratransit. And the yellow straps is what you receive at this workshop, and that makes it more clear and more secure for people, for drivers to tether onto your mobility device. So that is a free workshop, second Friday of each month. And we hold it at the CIL office at the Ed Roberts campus in Berkeley. We also have a Wheel Chats workshop. This is intended to create community for people who use wheelchairs and wheeled mobility aids. This is a offering for all ages. This is held right now about biannually. It's a little variable at this time, but people really enjoy it, so we're trying to offer it more consistently. In addition to building community with other wheelchair users, we also have one of our assistive technology specialists who comes in. He's specifically fixes and repairs wheelchairs for members of the CIL. And so he comes in and teaches us about basic wheelchair maintenance, different topics that the group is interested in. So it's a very cool offering, especially if you're new to wheelchairs and you want to learn basic upkeep. And again, this is a free service. And last time we held it virtually. In the future, we hope to offer it both in person and virtually, maybe a hybrid situation. Additional services that we offer in the transportation program, we would love to support anyone with paratransit applications and RTC applications, really any local transportation service. We're happy to work with you on filling out that application. Maybe you just need some support, and we're happy to listen, counsel, whatever you need. We also offer advocacy for access in local transit if you're having an issue with a bus stop or a maybe you need help filing a complaint to AC Transit or BART or something of that nature. We're here to help you walk through that process, offer contacts that we have, so you can successfully submit a claim and hopefully receive feedback or change from the transit organizations. And then finally, if you find that an application is not accessible for you, so an application for a transit service, we can work with the organization to try and make that application more accessible. It's kind of a counseling we do for the organization. So that is one of our offerings as well. What you as clients should expect, a peer-based model. We are not experts. We are just disabled people as well, or using public transportation. Clients' experience and needs are valid. We're always here to listen. We always try and um, uplift whatever your needs are. And our clients are an expert in their own experience. And we work at the pace that suits individuals' needs. We're not here to rush you. Yeah, and we want to work at your pace. So that is, let's see. Oh, here we are, resources to share. We have a non-emergency medical transportation document full of resources that we are available to share, that is available to share with you. We also have free AC Transit passes and East Bay paratransit vouchers if you're experiencing financial challenges and you need some help getting to medical appointments, doctors, work. Please reach out to us and we are happy to subsidize those tickets for you. As you know, we don't have a limit for how long we'll be able to do that. So until our funds deplete from certain grants, we are happy to provide those tickets. So full disclosure on the timeline of how long we will have them. All right. Well, thank you so much. Thank you all for listening. And Jesse, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We have a couple questions in the chat.
Great.
Do the family members need to live in the same household? I'm assuming this is back when you're talking about who's eligible and who you serve.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sorry, I did not see the chat while I was presenting.
That's okay. I'll bring it both you. Those are the two questions. And do you go to San Leandro, Union City? I'm guessing that is for travel training.
Yes.
And if anyone has any other questions, now would be a great opportunity to ask.
Okay. Yes, I see the chat now. Um, the presentation will be available. So the family members do not need to be in the same household as you to support you in accessing our services or coordinate with us, as long as you, the person who wants a travel trainer utilize our services is in northern Alameda County, then it's all good. We are happy to work with you. We will travel train up to San Leandro. And I will need to confirm Union City because sometimes my geography is not, my memory of geography is not great. So I will confirm on Union City.
And Thelma, did you want to come off mute and ask your question? I see you have your hand up.
Yes, I did want to ask about, I guess I was thinking that you all were paratransit, but you actually are the senior center. And so if the closest senior center is the one on Eads, is a representative there that can go through the training or information for the paratransit?
This is a great question that's kind of going to lead into part of my presentation. So we actually have three different organizations represented on this call today. So I am from City of Oakland, and so when I talk, I'll be talking about the City of Oakland references. What we just heard Lucky present on was the services that CIL, Center for Independent Living, and the services that they offer. And so unfortunately, none of us here are from East Bay Paratransit, but one of the great resources that CIL has is if you need help applying for East Bay Paratransit, they can help you through that application process. I will cover a little bit about what we will offer at our EADS location at our East Oakland Senior Center in this next part of our presentation. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen.
Thank you for your questions. Yeah, we're happy to help you with paratransit questions or applications at the Center for Independent Living. So thank you, Jesse.
Absolutely. And if you could stop sharing yours, perfect. Thank you. It wasn't allowing me to share mine.
Oh, I forgot that's how that works.
All right. So my name is Jessie. I'm here representing Oakland Paratransit for the elderly and disabled today. So this is part of Aging and Adult Services. So for the City of Oakland, our department is called Human Services, and then our division is Aging and Adult Services. We have our Assets Employment Program. We have our Care Management Program through the Multiple Purpose Senior Services Program, Information and Assistance. The program we're talking about today is OPED, Oakland Paratransit for the Elderly and Disabled, our senior centers and senior companion foster grandparent volunteer programs, which are volunteer programs to volunteer with other seniors or volunteer with youth. Our information and assistance specialists are located at the senior centers. So at the East Oakland branch, we have Kay Barrett is the INA specialist, information assistance specialist, and she is there to help get you connected to resources. So during this presentation, if you forget anything and you want access to any of these resources, just remember that each of the senior centers, they have an information assistance person, and their job is to connect you to services and resources. And so they would be able to connect you to the CIL or help you apply for East Bay Paratransit. So we have moved the front desk for Oakland Paratransit has moved to our downtown Oakland Senior Center location. And so this is a pilot program to see how it goes. The ultimate goal is to host a front desk location at all of the senior centers. So we are starting the pilot program at, sorry, one moment. And so we are perfect. All right, so we are starting this as a pilot program, and then we will hopefully move it out to more of our community sites. All of the mail orders will still go to our administrative offices at Franco Gawa Plaza, and then our contact information for both sites stays the same. Eligibility. So for the City of Oakland paratransit services, it is for residents of Oakland and Piedmont who are aged 70 and over, or persons with disabilities, adults with disabilities 18 to 69, who are residents of Oakland and Piedmont, and they're enrolled in East Bay Paratransit. And so we use East Bay Paratransit as a way to qualify for services if you're under 70. So today we'll be talking about same-day transportation options, which is our taxi script, and our GoGo grandparent, Uber and Lyft rides, our specialized accessible van services, which is our van voucher program and our partnership with City of Emeryville, and our group trip programs. Velma, did you have a question?
Yes. Does disability include memory care?
That's a great question. I will have to look up to see what East Bay Paratransit does qualify, because what I believe is on their website is it's for anyone who has difficulty accessing typical public transportation. And so anyone from CIL, if you know those qualifications and want to chime in, you're welcome to help out with this.
I am also unclear on memory care. I think
Hmm.
as long as the person is able to get themselves to and from or with a attendant, you also can bring an attendant for free or a family member onto paratransit. So that is also an option. But I think as long as they are able to get themselves to and from appointments without additional support from the paratransit driver, they are welcome on paratransit.
Sandy?
If one has a walker, because
Uh-huh.
I'm not in a wheelchair yet,
Uh-huh.
but I need a walker for any distance, would it is can I use paratransit? I use GoGo Grandparent, but can I use paratransit if necessary?
You would have to apply for East Bay Paratransit, or because you're not talking about the taxi script, you're talking about the big white vans, right?
Right, yeah, and I,
Yeah.
I understand about it, but if it isn't available to people who are semi I use a walker, I don't use a
Hmm.
wheelchair. Uh, it wouldn't make any sense, but if it is available to someone like me, and I am a senior, I'm gonna be 85. Um, um, is it available
I
to
believe
people?
the qualification and how you apply for East Bay Paratransit is that if you have difficulty accessing, AC Transit or BART, that's what qualifies you for East Bay Paratransit. And so that's what they use as their qualification factors.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.
I will add that they will confirm with a medical provider of, for example, specific mobility issues. So that is a requirement usually to have something more specific happening versus, I self-diagnosed or self-recognized disabilities, which I want to say are valid. So thank you.
Thank you, Lucky, for bringing that up. And so again, if you want to apply for that program, CIL will help you through that process. You're welcome to contact them and they can help you through that process. So the first program I'm going to talk about for the City of Oakland Paratransit is our Taxi Script program. And so we work with an organization called Friendly Cab, and you book the ride directly with them. When you buy the booklet of coupons, the booklet of coupons is worth $28 in cab fare, and it costs you $3 to buy that booklet. So you're getting about $25 worth of free cab fare. So you purchase the script books in advance by mail or in person. You call the friendly cab to book your ride, and then you provide them a yellow voucher that you fill out with your client ID number and it says where you're going. And then you pay with the script. The script is in $2 increments. So if your ride was $10, you'd break out enough $2 script to pay for the $10. If your ride is $11, then you would give them $12. You can't rip one of the script in half. And then we provide free tip vouchers, so they are free to you. But when the taxi service redeems them, we pay them $5 for that. And that is to give to taxi drivers if they are supporting you, taking your groceries, folding up your wheelchair or walker and putting it in the trunk. If they're going above and beyond and supporting you, that's when you can provide them with the tip. Our GoGo Grandparent program is a concierge fee program for Uber and Lyft. And so people can access Uber and Lyft on their own using an app on a smartphone, or the GoGo Grandparent Partnership is a partnership where there's a call center with operators where you call them and they book the ride with Uber and Lyft. The City of Oakland pays the membership fee, as well as we pay $8 discount up to 8 rides a month. If you don't use all 8 rides, those rides do roll over to future months. So you call the operator and you tell them where you want to go. They'll come pick you up and take you to that ride. Um, they track the ride and confirm the client gets in and that the ride is complete. And then at the end of the ride, City of Oakland pays the first $8 and the rest of the fare is charged to your credit card. GoGo Grandparent, when they're booking with Uber and Lyft, they only choose drivers that have a 4+ rating out of 5. Thelma, do you have a question?
Yes. Is okay. Is the qualifications the same? You have to be 70 plus or disabled by the definition?
Yes.
Okay, so we're still not, I guess I haven't been able to look because this is memory care. So to me, that's a disability that someone is not able to uh, work with
Somebody,
BART or AC Transit. But this seems to be a possible option, or the taxi script is
so
a
what we would need to
possibility.
do, if they're under 70, what we need to do is we need to find out from East Bay Paratransit if that's a qualifying disability. And that's something that I can follow up with you after this.
Okay,
So
great.
we can find
Okay,
out.
all right.
Our van voucher programs. So we work with a couple different van options. One of them is Friendly Cab that does the same as the taxis. Another one is One Access. And it's very similar. You buy a voucher for $3. These vouchers are good for a trip for 10 miles. And so these rides are for people who need a wheelchair accessible van. If you use a manual wheelchair and you can transfer yourself out of the wheelchair into the car, then you can use the taxi service. But if you need a wheelchair accessible van, then you'd want to use our van voucher program. The voucher is good for up to 10 miles. If you're going to go over 10 miles, then you would just need to use more than one voucher. You purchase up to 12 vouchers every 3 months, and you can order vouchers by mail or in person. And I should say that with both of these programs, they are meant to be trips in and around Oakland. If you want to go outside of Oakland, they do go to nearby cities, but you always want to make sure you're checking with dispatch to make sure they will drop you off and pick you up. And so that way you can know ahead of time. Julia.
How do you get registered for the accessible van program?
Great question. The same way you get registered for the taxi program, you can fill out an application either in person at the Downtown Oakland Senior Center, or you can find it online at our website. We actually work with Access Alameda, which is through Alameda County Transportation Commission. And so they have a city program application on their website. And so you can fill it out online or in person at the Downtown Oakland Senior Center. We can also mail paper copies home. It takes a couple of days, about a week, to get approved for the program. Again, if you're over 70 and you live in Oakland, then all you're going to need to do is provide your ID, and that will be proof of your age. If you are under 70, then you can provide your East Bay Paratransit number if you are already a participant of East Bay Paratransit. And if you're not yet a participant or a client of East Bay Paratransit, then you need to apply with them first. And that's a perfect time to reach out to CIL or one of our INA specialists to help you with that process.
And then, sorry, you said this
Mhm.
was through Friendly Cabs as well?
Yes, this van voucher program is through Friendly Cabs. If folks are, this comes a little bit later, but like if folks are going to dialysis, then we do not limit to 12 vouchers every 3 months. And we do have more options for folks who need to go to the doctors more regularly. Friendly Cabs runs our everyday program, but folks, we have One Access that runs our programs for folks who get unlimited vouchers if they need trips to like dialysis and things like that.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're very welcome. For those residents that live in the 946 94608 zip code. So again, the zip code is 94608. The zip code is shared with Emeryville. And so the City of Oakland puts money towards their door-to-door service. That is $1 per ride. Reservations are first come, first serve, with a max of 6 one-way rides per week. And so again, this is only for residents in the 94608 zip code, and it's a same day door-to-door transportation within the zip code, or with nearby destinations, $1 per ride. Reservations are first come, first serve. And it is a wheelchair accessible van. So if folks are out of an ADA area, or if folks are on dialysis, they can purchase unlimited van vouchers or taxi script. So out of ADA area means that if your residence is more than 3/4 of a mile away from the nearest bus route, then you'll be able to purchase unlimited scripts and vouchers. So group trips bus program. So if anyone has been on a trip with the Senior Center, then you have used this service. We provide low-cost bus rentals to transport groups to destinations for fun, for recreation, education, community activities, shopping. I know our senior centers, they go to places to eat. They go to Pier 39. They're going to Sausalito soon. And so any organized group of seniors, 10 or more, can purchase or rent through us a bus for a group trip outing. Are there any questions for me? Want to talk about any of the services that we just reviewed? All right, I am not seeing any hands.
I'm sorry, this is Thelma.
Yeah.
I think you had on one of them senior companions and foster grandparent volunteer programs.
Mm-hmm.
Are you getting ready to talk about that one or?
No, so this program is just about transportation. So I was mentioning it in that it's in our Aging and Adult Services division. At the end, if you want to stay on, I'd be happy to tell you a little bit more about it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Julia.
I just had a question about friendly cabs.
Yeah.
Do you know, are people able to book rides with the wheelchair accessible van just outside of the van program, or does it have to be through that program? Because I gave them a call a while ago and they said that they don't have WAV vehicles, but
Hmm.
so I was just wondering if it's just for the program.
You know, that is an excellent question. I am not 100% sure. I've never asked that program because we have the partnership with them. What I do hear often is that they are more limited in when they can provide rides. I'm working to understand kind of what their capacity is. We've been told that they have 4 wheelchair accessible vehicles that they use, and that they are, I'd have to pull out my notes to see, but they're primarily like a Monday through Friday, like 9 to 5 type of thing with limited options before and after that based on who's available. And so that's one of the things that we're working on as a department to understand which of our providers can provide rides outside that time. And so we should stay in touch because we should have more information on that probably next month after we've met with all of our providers.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, Sandy.
Berkeley all has a program, and I for free parking, you get a pass, and I think it was like $15 when I did it. And you can park in any city garage with they give you a thing that opens the gate and closes the gate. And it really helps because like I go to the freight and it's just, I can use my walker and get from my car to the freight. Does Oakland have anything like that program?
No, it doesn't sound like we have anything like that. And so is it specific parking garages or is it
Yes,
all Berkeley?
it's city owned and operated parking garages.
Oh, that's
So,
fantastic resource to hear about. We have programs in our parking garages that offer discounted parking rates on weekends and evenings, but I haven't heard of anything with free, and so I'll have to find out more about that.
yeah, it's a wonderful program because you know, especially when it's close to event places,
Hmm.
and you can, if you can somewhat mobile, you can do it. Thank you.
Great. I do see a couple questions in the chat. And so just catching up, for the subsidized taxi rides, the question is it subsidized or trustworthy? And so for GoGo Grandparent, one of the ways that they try to instill trust in the program is they match drivers with drivers who have been rated 4 or more stars out of 6. And then for the taxi program, you still are using a service that is ran by a different organization. They are very familiar with folks who are using our script program, who typically have some mobility issues or some mobility aids that they bring with them. And so, although I can't speak for each driver individually, but we do take complaints very seriously. And so, if you ever have a negative experience, you should definitely let us know so that way we can make sure we are reporting it back to the organization or the company who runs it.
I just briefly looked at the eligibility for paratransit application, and it says it requires an in-person interview, and it looks like the address is downtown. So is that where you have to come downtown?
Yeah, so it's on Broadway. And so you do need to go downtown for them. Lucky?
I will say that paratransit, when they will take you to your certification interview. So they will pick you up and drop you off so that you can attend the interview in a paratransit van.
Oh, they will come to the individual who's applying. Because I am attending and applying for someone else if they are eligible. So that's why I'm in.
Correct. Yeah, they
Yeah.
will pick you
Okay.
both up if you want to go with the person you're supporting. So.
Okay.
And Lucky put their contact information in the chat. The CIL, they do offer support applying. So if you need help applying for them, definitely reach out to CIL. All right, I'm going to pass it over to Trevor.
Hello, hello, everyone. Thanks for having me, Jesse. I'm Trevor here with Easy Does It Emergency Services. Let me get that presentation up for you. All right. So, Easy Does It is a Berkeley-based nonprofit that offers support services to seniors and people with disabilities, empowering them to live independently in their own homes. And I am going to talk super briefly about the services that we provide within the city of Berkeley. If you are a Berkeley resident, you can use our emergency attendant care and attendant matching program. Emergency attendants available 24/7. If you need help finding a full-time attendant, we have case managers who can help you with that. We also are the City of Berkeley's paratransit provider. So Berkeley residents can use our accessible vans to get to doctor's appointments and if we have availability, errands. And those are paid for with Berkeley rides for seniors and the disabled vouchers. So now we'll move on to the work that we're doing in the City of Oakland and Emeryville. So currently, you can use our wheelchair repair program. It's looking like the grant for wheelchair repair is going to run out in October. So for the time being, if you need any work done on a power chair, manual chair, walker, or any other sort of mobility device, we have a repair team that is able to work on it and provide you with donated parts to offset the cost of repairs. You pay just $15 an hour or $7.50 if you qualify for reduced co-payments. And yeah, most of the parts are donated and offered up free of charge. If you were to have issues with your wheelchair battery, on the other hand, that would end up costing you some money. Fortunately, although the repair program is going to be coming to an end, we also offer a service called Wheelchair Rescue throughout much of northern Alameda County, as well as Oakland. And the funding for that isn't going anywhere. It's made possible by the Alameda County Transportation Commission. So if your power chair breaks down while you're out and about, you can give us a call and we will get to your location in 45 minutes or less to offer repairs. If we can't fix your device, we're going to give you a ride home, take your device back to our shop for additional work, and then give you a free loaner chair while you're waiting on repairs to be finished. This is completely free of charge. You just give us a call. We come through and make sure that you get mobile again. If this is something you want to start taking advantage of, applying for our program is really easy. Just pay a visit to our website, fill out a quick form. You also have the option of calling our dispatch line, and they'll walk you through the application over the phone. So thank you all so much. Are there any questions I can answer? All right.
Yeah, when are you going to expand Oakland?
Well, that's we have to find a grant. And we also would need to hire another repair tech because we are starting to get pretty busy. But it's not something we're giving up on. We do have some plans in the works that we're going to be sharing in the months to come.
Great. Any other questions for Trevor or any of our presenters today? All right. Well, I would love to take this opportunity to thank everyone who attended. We really appreciate, sharing the word. And if you pass it on to another person, it helps us so that way more people can know about the services and get the resources that they need. Again, feel free to reach out to us, our information assistance specialists at the senior centers, can put you in contact with either CIL or Easy Does It. Their information's in the chat. I will also send a follow-up email with the information from the chat, the slides from today, and also the link to the presentation. It usually takes a couple hours, so it'll probably come out tomorrow. But now, if nobody else has any other questions, I can
Yes.
go ahead.
Yes, I want to stay on the line to ask you about the Senior Companion and Foster Grandparent Program, please.
Absolutely. Everyone, we will stay on for that. But if anyone has anything else for transportation, now would be your chance to ask it. Otherwise, I will let everyone go. And then I will stay here for questions about senior companions and other, yes, Sandy.
Does one have to go to CI? I've been to the building, the facility. I used to travel a lot, and now I have the walker, and I'm afraid to travel by air because I'll need my walker, and before I would get a wheelchair when I got to the airport, but I don't know how to deal with my walker and a wheelchair and everything else. Do I have to go to CIL and speak to somebody? Or do they have a pamphlet that tells folk how to deal with the system at airports?
We are happy to meet with you on Zoom like this, and we can discuss the details. We've definitely supported people in air travel before, and so we can schedule. If you take my contact information in the chat, or Jesse will send it out as well via email, you can get in contact and we will have a meeting.
Okay, great. Yeah, an email would be perfect for me.
Great. It's coming. So, thanks, Jesse.
Absolutely.